Guys, Obsessed with Modern Warfare here, and just want to quickly mention, I'm talking quiet on purpose, because I've had a hell of a night, and slash, like, day, so as of yesterday, like, yeah, it would be yesterday into midnight, and then into tonight. Right now, I'm recording this at 4:51 in the morning, and there's been some issues going on with my dog, so... And we had a emergency rusher to an emergency vet hospital at like 9 o'clock, and then we drove, and like in my local area there wasn't any open, so we ended up driving around for an hour trying to look for one that was open. It was around like 10 o'clock, 10:30, when my dad messaged one of his friends, like, do you know if there's any ones open? The only one open was like an hour to 2 hour drive from where I live, so it was not until like midnight until we got to the emergency vet hospital, and then we spent another hour and a half seeing what was wrong with my dog and stuff. Right now she's fine. For any of you care, for any dog lovers who care, and if you know me from my main channel, then you know about my dog. Probably the best dog ever in the world. I don't mean to talk off about today's subject, but literally the best dog you can literally ever ask for. She's a Japanese Akita, and I rescued her. She's a rescue dog, but lately her health hasn't been too well, so I'm like, I was gonna say wired, but wired isn't the word. I'm kind of, clearly, it's in my voice, down in the dumps, very tired, but I'm gonna stay up all night because we have to give her medicine that's every 6 hours. So in 2 hours at 6 in the morning, I have to give her. But anyways, I do apologize for this little part of the segment in the video, just there for anyone who actually cares. And it's a weird topic to talk about, especially considering what this video is about, and I'm gonna try and keep it short. So we got some more Modern Warfare 2 news. Yeah, I also do apologize. There's gonna be a lot of slurring and mispronouncing words, because again, like, I had a hell of a fucking night, a day/night. And I hope everything gets better in a couple hours when everyone wakes up. But the title suggests there are some more leaked information about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this year's Call of Duty, and it's about the weapons. And now, quickly before I get into this, I do want to mention, if you guys want me to do a weapon list of the weapons I would like to see in the game, just let me know down in the comments for those gun nuts and for those who really loved the gun selection we had in Modern Warfare 2019. So if you want to see that, just let me know. Quickly, another thing, I know I'm stalling, I do apologize for that, but one last thing before we get into it, I just want to mention that videos might be a little bit even more sporadic than they normally are, especially on my main channel. But on this one, I have videos scheduled, so those ones I've already pre-scheduled like a month ago. But this one will be the last one I actually like put out. That's like kind of like, and now is like time. So this one will go up. This one will probably go up in a couple hours of me recording and then editing it. It will be up, and like for me, it will probably be up in 6 hours. So, but for you guys won't even know that. So, just want to mention there will be delayed in videos because obvious reasons. I have to take care of my dog. I'm not gonna like ignore her, obviously, but yeah, I do apologize for like the almost 5 minutes of not even talking about the topic. Anyways, so this is from Dtmdr. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description. And here are all the weapons rumored to be featured in Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 2022. So even though Call of Duty Vanguard has just launched across the world, several leaks surrounding the 2022 title are already beginning to emerge. I'm assuming this article was Okay, yeah, this article was in November 2021, and apparently I'm just now seeing it. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's more Modern Warfare 2 stuff, and it's about weapons, and then maybe I can add a 2 cents for someone who really loves firearms. I'm just gonna keep it short now that I've already talked for 6 minutes about my dog, and most of you don't even give a shit. But so I'm just gonna go through the list of weapons, and this have been through a leaker. We've already talked about him in the previous leak video. His name was Ralph Valve. Again, his Twitter will be linked down in the description. I can't show any images if there is any because of obvious reasons. So the article goes on to say, a list of weapons reportedly appearing in the game's multiplayer comes from the leaker, the one I just mentioned, who has already revealed a wealth of information on other elements of the game. A full weapons list expected to feature in multiplayer can be found here. So for right now, assault rifles, from what we know, or from what this leaker said, is the MK47. Quickly, the MK47 it's basically, if it's the correct designation, and if it's like, if you guys played Escape from Tarkov, you would know what the MK47 is, but for those who don't, well, obviously if you're gun nuts too, you would know what an MK47 is. But an MK47 is just basically an M4 or an AR-15 that's chambered in the same round the AK uses, which is 7.62 by 39. So it's an AK M4. That's basically what it is. Again, I'll have images on screen for you guys so you can see what they look like. And then we have the Dtmdr. Now, the MDR is another weapon prominent in Escape from Tarkov, but you can actually see in Modern Warfare 2019 when you're hovering over the quick play like button in the menus, you can actually see that the Dtmdr is technically in the game because they have there'll be a screenshot on screen. But I venture to say, since they've had that kind of screenshot or art in the game, they meant to add the MDR into Modern Warfare 2019, but they just never did. So it's glad to see that this could possibly actually be in Modern Warfare 2. Next, we have the Beretta Arx 160. Now, the Arx 160 isn't an odd choice for Infinity Ward because it was in Ghosts. Then it was in Advanced Warfare. Then it was in Ghosts, and then it was in Infinite Warfare. So it's not an odd choice. And the Beretta is the Italian's version of a 5.56 M4 type of platform. And then it says AK, but the interesting part is it says multiple variants. And what I think it means by multiple variants is I think it's saying, like, there's the AKS-74U, then there's the AK-74, then there's the AK-74 has 2 variants, which would be the AK-74N and then the AK-74M. I'm not an AK type of person, but I really want to own an AK-74 in real life. And then we have everyone's used to this in COD games, the AK-47 or the AKM, which are actually 2 different guns. I know Treyarch and the most recent game call it an AK-47, but it's actually an AKM. But then it also has a China. Treyarch doesn't know their guns from their ass, but whatever. There's multiple variants of an AK. There's like Chinese versions, there's Czechoslovakian versions, I believe. There's Yugoslavian versions, and then there's the Russian versions. So yeah, when he means multiple variants, I think it just means it's talking about the AKS-74, then the AK-74, and then the AK-47, and that coincides with the AKM. That's what I think it's talking about. And the difference between the 47 and the 74 is the 74 is 5.45, and the AK-47 is 7.62 by 39. So, yeah. And then we have SMGs. We got the MP5K. Again, that was in Modern Warfare 2019. Then we have the MP7. Again, Modern Warfare 2019. Then we have the MP9, which I believe was the only game it's been in was Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3. I think it was in Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2. And then we have the UMP45, which again is not a shy gun from Infinity Ward because it was in Modern Warfare 2. No, it wasn't in COD 4, but it was in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and I'm pretty sure it was in, by the way, I just realized I said Advanced Warfare. That's not an IW title, that's a Sledgehammer Games title, so I do apologize for that. I bet you there was already people typing in the comments. And then we got the VZ61. Now the VZ61, I believe, is the Scorpion. That's been in Infinity War titles before. It was in COD 4. I think it was in MW2 as well. So the VZ61 is the Scorpion, which I think the VZ61 is a... Since it's VC, I want to say it's like Yugoslavian or Czechoslovakian. I could be very wrong about this, but it's basically the Scorpion. The BFG 50, which BFG stands for Big Fucking Gun. So I'm assuming this is just going to be like the M82 Barrett or the M107 Barrett. That's what I'm assuming what it is. It's just called BFG because maybe they couldn't license it or something. Again, they might change this along with the actual official names. They might change. And then we have a gun that's actually making a return from previous IW titles, which is the Caltech Intervention. That's it for sniper rifles. Again, there could be more. This guy probably just took these from a very early alpha build, considering this article was made in 2021, and for some reason I'm just now finding it. I do apologize for the late one, but I'm pretty sure I will more than likely be the only person to talk about this. Now we got Marksman Rifles. Again, Modern Warfare 2019 had Marksman Rifles alongside sniper rifles. So in the Marksman Rifle category, again, there's only two, and these are brand new to Call of Duty. The first one is the Caltech Rfb. Now, if you play Tarkov, you would know it, the Caltech Rfb, and again, if you're a gun nut, you also would know the same. And if you play Battlefield 4, if you guys remember, the community called it the noob rifle. Well, at least I did. That was the Caltech Rfb. It's a bullpup marksman rifle, or DMR. And I have no knowledge of the gun. I do apologize, my furnace is kicking on, so if you hear that annoying background noise, I do apologize. I'll try and wrap this video up quickly. We only got a couple sections here. We're just going to move on from the Caltech. And then next, which is probably one of my favorite marksman rifles, next to the SR25, which I hope they bring into the game, is the M110 Sass. The M110 Sass. It's basically just, it's a 308 M4, and it's basically also like an SR25. Again, pictures on screen, this is what it looks like. It was in Battlefield 4, if you guys played Battlefield 4. I'm pretty sure it's not in Tarkov. I don't think it is. The SR25 is, but not the M110. The M110, if you've played Insurgency Sandstorm, it's in that game, so you could kind of get a glimpse on what it would kind of look like and how it would feel. Except we have shotguns. Now there's only two shotguns, but probably a fan favorite shotgun that people, I guarantee you, the community, or at least the Modern Warfare community, wanted to return would be the Spaz 12. And from what this leaker's stating, the Spaz 12 is making a return in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this year's Call of Duty. So that's pretty cool. Now, I would like to see it full auto, because the Spaz 12 can actually, not full auto, excuse me. The Spaz 12 can actually be changed from pump action to semi-auto. I would love to see that, because in Modern Warfare 2019, they brought back the AA-12, they just called it the Jack 12. So I'm excited to see if the Spaz 12, you can change the fire mode. That would be pretty cool. And then they have the Savage M24. Now we're on to pistols. In pistols, there's one called the AMT Hardballer. Not gonna lie, that sounds very sexual. And then we have the Beretta. I'm assuming that's a reference to the Beretta 92 FS, which is the M9, the Beretta M9. And then the last pistol we have is the CZP-09. To my cousin's favorite type of gun, the lever actions. We got 3 lever actions. The first one is a Winchester 92, so it's clearly a Winchester lever action. Next up we have the Browning BLR. The next one we have the Savage M99. Again, I'm assuming Savage is a gun company because it's already 2 guns that we've seen with the same name. So again, these lever actions could be 45-7, 45-70, excuse me. They could be 44 Magnum. They could be 45, because I know they make 45 lever actions. They could be 22s. That would be pretty funny to have a 22 LR in Call of Duty. That'd be pretty fucking funny. I think they make 380, maybe? I could be talking about my ass. But there's various different calibers that you could use as a lever action, but the most common is going to be your 45-70 or your 30-30. My dad owns a 30-30 lever action, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of these is chambered in 30-30. And then for launchers, right now, apparently there's only one, and it's the RPG. I don't have to say anything about it, because it's literally in every fucking Call of Duty. And then the last category is we have melee weapons. First of all, we have the Crampet Knife. Everyone knows what a Crampet Knife. Second of all, we have a combat knife, which I'm just going to assume is just your random run amok, like Marine combat knife or Army combat knife. And then lastly, we have a butterfly knife. Everyone knows what a butterfly knife is. It's pretty much all I gotta say. I'm pretty excited. Like, obviously not right now, because I'm, you know, the issues I've already stated in the beginning of the video. And then I just say, I'm a rant just for like 2 seconds here about vet bills. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Just for a checkup is so much money. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. They need an animal's health insurance, or allow the U.S. government, and every government needs to pass a bill to where you can put your pets, no matter how many fucking you have. I mean, that might be a little dramatic, because there are some people in this world that have like 70,000 pets. That's obviously a dramatized number, but they need to allow people to put their pets on their health insurance, because vet bills are probably just about or fucking more expensive than your actual medical bills, and it's fucking ridiculous. And they need to pass a bill to where you are allowed to put your dog, your cat, your health insurance. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I just had to say that, because it was fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to say how much it was, but you guys out there who have had to take in your pet to a vet, whether it just be an annual like checkup, an appointment, or an emergency, and you're like, I need to see what's wrong with my dog or my cat, and you're just like, you're fucked, you're depressed, and you're like, okay, well, I gotta get this done. And then you get the bill, and you're like, what? But anyways, I do apologize for that, and I do apologize for like the 5 minutes of me talking about it, but just need to be upfront with you guys and transparent that like this shit's happening. Videos are going to be even more stretched out and delayed. And as for the scheduled ones, those scheduled ones are going to go up, and there probably will be a significant time gap between the next upload, and I do apologize for that. And those of you who know me from my main channel, it's going to be the same thing. I already have videos scheduled, and once those goes up, it's going to be a significant gap, and I do apologize for that. It's just, life fucking sucks, and I can't get away from pain, basically. That was very morbid and depressing, but I do apologize for that. This has been Obsessive Modern Warfare. Let me know if you guys want me to do a gun list that I want to see in Modern Warfare 2, and what you think of the tier list now, and what you want to see. Just leave them down in the comments. And this has been Obsessive Modern Warfare.